What's up, guys? Flippin' Steve, and this is my final national video. I know you guys are tired of hearing about it, but I need to wrap it up with pricing, popularity, and my pickups, which I haven't shown you guys all. I did on kind of on a day-by-day basis if you were watching my vlog type content, but I'm gonna show you guys what I bought, why I bought it, or discuss why I bought it. All right, pricing at the National. It was everywhere. It was high, it was low, it was fair, it was decent, there were good deals, there were overpriced cards. So for anybody to just say pricing was high or pricing was good, it was everything. It was kind of like a smorgasbord. It was like eBay, where you go on eBay and you see buy it nows that are just overpriced, but they'll have a best offer on there, and you make an offer, and sometimes you get surprised and you get a good deal, or you get it at what you're looking for, and sometimes people decline and say, no, this is what I want. And that's basically what the showroom floor was like. You know, there was no auction type atmosphere to it where you can get cards sometimes at steals, but lots of cards on the floor, priced fairly, overpriced some, and that's just the way that it was. You got a little bit of everything, just like any other short card show. All right, it's no different. It's just magnified, you know, to the 10th power, the 20th power, whatever, because it is the National and it's huge. What was popular? Again, the simple answer, pretty much everything. You could narrow it down and make groupings and say modern quarterbacks, young quarterbacks, anybody starting, you know, that's been in the league from 2016 and on was popular. And you could say, well, there was a couple that weren't, but there's more that were popular that weren't. Vintage was popular. Everybody was there for a different reason. So everything, you know, had its own popularity within its grouping, within its niche. So you had vintage was popular. Probably baseball was the most popular. I didn't see lots of vintage basketball, lots of vintage football moving as much as I did baseball. And the same with modern. There was lots of quarterbacks. I didn't see lots of other baseball being moved other than Shohei Ohtani and Elly De La Cruz, who were super popular. And then you had about 10 quarterbacks that were just moving very fluid. And then you had quarterbacks that nobody wanted to touch, like Kyler Murray, like Dak Prescott, it seemed like, all right? So again, yeah, you could nitpick and say this was popular and this wasn't, but basically everything was popular. Pokemon had its place. I talked to lots of dealers who said that they were moving lots of Pokemon cards. Even at trade nights, pop culture cards were moving because they were neat and they were unique and they were refreshing. So autographs of pop culture cards, whether it be Star Wars or Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings, you know, just popular movies and television shows that have become iconic in their own way. People like those cards, and those were moving as well. One thing that I did not see moving in particular was F1. F1 was almost like crickets. Now, that's my observation. Again, people who were there for F1 might have been like, what are you talking about? F1 was great. But I didn't see a lot of it, and I definitely didn't see a lot of it transacting. I didn't have anybody ask for it. Again, for me, so I don't know. I didn't even see it that much at the trade nights. I didn't see a lot of gaming cards, such as Magic the Gathering. Didn't see too much of that. Marvel had its spots. I actually bought a Marvel card, but Marvel had its spots. There was one really nice table, and then every now and then you would find it sprinkled in a showcase, but it wasn't at the forefront of the show. Of course, this was a sports card convention, however. Soccer was also buzzy in its areas. Again, not to the levels of football, not to the levels of baseball, but there was lots of nice soccer there. The soccer folks were out and about, you know, back there with Brian from Sunday League Investors and Trikey, like those guys were selling a lot of soccer cards. I had people ask me for soccer cards. I didn't have any. So again, to say one thing was dead or non-existent would be false. There are just other things that were more popular than the others. And the ratios, you know, for the size of the show, like I said, pop culture cards were popular, but in ratio to baseball or to vintage, you know, not on that level. So again, everything was just popular. It was a National. People were going there to look for what they like, for what they, you know, are hunting to find. And everybody's hunting to find something different. You'll see from my pickups, which I'm about to show you, I was all over the place. So again, to touch on a couple deals that I made, I didn't trade anything, any cards for cards. I sold some cards at both trade nights. I sold some Hall of Fame autos, like a Dirk Nowitzki, like a Shaq, on-card autos, cards that I was just picking up as throw-ins from deals that I've been doing throughout the year on Instagram, where my focus will be one card, but then I get another card or something thrown in at a discount. Those are the cards that I really moved because people were buying for repackers. And that's the types of cards they come after. You know, those small cards, anywhere between 100 to like 800 or 100 to $1,000. Hall of Fame autos, you know, in the $200, $300, $400, $500 area. And I had a lot of that stuff that I was able to sell to people that I know are buyers for repackers. And that's a good way to move on and free up some cash. Also, Jared Goff, a quarterback that I was speculating on. I was speculating on the buzz around Detroit, not necessarily Jared Goff. And of course, all the ESPN analysts and NFL and all that are all starting to put out their predictions. And a lot of them have Detroit faring very well this year. So I was able to move my Jared Goff cards and almost triple my money. So again, good moves with my Jared Goff cards. I don't own a single Jared Goff now. One person bought all of them off of me. I took that money, bought a nice card for my PC. We'll go ahead and get into my pickup so this video doesn't run too long. I know you guys are national to death. Even myself, pretty much ready to move on and focus on the future after this video. The first day, and I showed these, you know, in my daily videos, but I'll show them all to you at the same time now. The first day I picked up a 1991 Pro Line Walter Payton. This is the pack pulled autograph where they signed him on the back. As you can see, a signature, Walter Payton there. And I've been looking for this card. I had just picked the Jerry Rice up about a week or two prior to going to the National. And the reason I love these is because the discount on these cards. A Walter Payton certified pack pulled auto from Upper Deck or something from the 2000s will run you in the thousands of dollars, anywhere between $1,000 to $3,000 for a high-end Walter Payton auto. This being a pack pulled auto with a nice photo of him, in my opinion, with the certification down in the corner and a nice, pretty nice looking auto on the back. It's not faded. In the $200 range, just screams bargain to me. I get an autograph on card of one of the best to ever do it from 1991 for a very fraction of the cost of one of the higher ends. That's just, to me, screams, hey, bargain, get it slabbed up, and you just got value there. The next one I bought was the Joe Namath Game Jersey Greats, hand numbered out of 175. There's also a Johnny Unitas, a Bart Starr, Dan Marino, Joe Montana. This is a great set. It's actually a set I might start working on because it's very nostalgic to me. I pulled the Dan Marino redemption from a pack at my LCS years ago. But again, 175. I know that the Johnny Unitas is like out of 400, so this is one of the more rare. And it does say that it is game worn on the back as well, an on-card auto. If you ever deal in Hall of Fame autos, you know that Joe Namath, it's hard to find an on-card with a game worn. Flawless puts out nice products that I have owned, on-card autos. However, they're player-worn patches. And I have seen like an older card that maybe was distributed by Leaf or Donruss that was a game-worn patch. However, it was a sticker auto. This is one of the only ones, to my knowledge, that's out there that's a game-worn jersey with the on-card auto. So thought that was a good pickup for the price. Nice value there as well. I did say I got one Marvel card. Here it is. This is a 1998 Skybox Sketchograph 1/1 of Spider-Man, of course. I bought this raw and had it graded by CGC at the show. Got it back at the show. I love this slab on it. You guys saw this. I did spend 150 bucks on this. I may have overpaid. I may not. Who knows? Like I said, they don't turn up every day, so you really don't know the market on it. But that's what I got it for. Got it slabbed. I love the looks of it. As of right now, it's actually going to go into my PC. And again, the Walter Payton will go into my PC. I'm going to send it in with my Jerry Rice. The Joe Namath, I'm actually probably going to look to flip. I'm not a Joe Namath collector or a New York Jets fan or anything like that. But these are sweet cards, and I got a good price on it. I also purchased off Paul, one of the viewers of the channel, 1972 Cantanti Led Zeppelin. I don't have the pop count off the top of my head, but I will flash that up here when I edit it in. But the Led Zeppelin 1972 sticker, 72 Cantanti. You guys know I love this stuff. This is in a PSA 8. Super tough to grade. He had two of them, and he let me pick the better of the two, and he gave me a good price on that. The biggest pickup of the show for myself, took me days to get this deal done, or days to pull the trigger. This is a Star Wars stellar sealed signatures out of 25. On-card auto of Han Solo and Kylo Ren, or Harrison Ford and Adam Driver. So you got Han Solo, you got Kylo Ren, and it is signed by Harrison Ford on card, Adam Driver on card. Just a great, anytime you get a Harrison Ford on card auto and a Han Solo, it's amazing to me. I love Star Wars. He was my favorite character. And of course, they killed him off with Kylo Ren, his son, in the new movie. So just a sweet card for me. Again, going into the PC, this card set me back about $2K. So basically the money I made off Jared Goff, I took and I bought this for myself. And I absolutely love it. I even got a little bit emotional when I realized that I had finally owned a Han Solo Harrison Ford on-card auto. And I liked the fact that it had the Adam Driver on it as well. Just a sweet card. And the last pickup of the show, and the last one that I have to show you, I've been teasing this business card. If you watched the live stream from last night, I did show it at the end of the live stream, and it will be posted on Instagram before this video is uploaded. So make sure you follow me on Instagram because I often show stuff over there first. This is a business card. It's just an old tattered business card, not from a famous business or a famous person or anything. And it's certified by PSA, and it's just an autograph of Lew Alcindor. So it reads Lew Alcindor here, authentic auto, PSA. And again, that's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. For you guys that don't know, he changed his name in the early 70s to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. His birth name was Lew Alcindor. And these just don't pop up that much. I talked to a lot of dealers at the show and asked them if they had more. And I only saw 2 at the entire National, and one of them was on a big magazine, and it was signed bigger. So my idea in buying unique stuff like this is, what if, just the thought, and I know this is a long shot, because this is a great item to have regardless, but what if someday a manufacturer like Fanatics or Panini or whoever is out there in existence comes looking for a signature like this because they want to make a cut. They want to make an autograph, like a chase card with a cut. Say, for instance, they wanted to do a card that was like a dual auto of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Lew Alcindor. That just sounds cool. It's the same person. It's the same player. But if on one side they put him, with UCLA or with the Bucks, and on the other side they put him with the Lakers, and they have him sign the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar side, and then they have a cut auto on the other side of Lew Alcindor. That's just an idea for like a really cool card, but they would have to find something like that. If you guys want to think outside the box every now and then, these manufacturers, they need Babe Ruth autos. They need Ty Cobb autos. They need Jackie Robinson autos. They need these autographs to create these hits that they put in their product in order to get people to buy their product. So they put these one-of-one Babe Ruth and such type cards in there, and then people chase them. But they have to get these autographs off of cuts, whether that's ticket stubs, or whether that's off of a photo, or whether that's off of a bank check, whether that's off of a business card. But just sometimes try to think outside the box and be like, what is something that a card company might want in the future, and they got to go somewhere to get it. I know someone who has a Walter Johnson autograph that was signed inside of the panel of a book, of a novel that he acquired in a book collection, and it was certified authentic by BGS. And now that can be cut off and used. A lot of people don't like to damage the original piece of memorabilia, and I might agree with that. But being a card collector and somebody who's looking for future value in something, that's just something that I think about. And I may be completely off, and I don't care because I love this anyway. But just, buy stuff that you love, but also that has potential, and think outside the box every now and then. Anyway, guys, drop below what you think. Give me some ideas. Tell me how your national experience went. If you weren't at the national, what did you buy this week? What did you pick up this week? I'm curious to find out. I've already bought a card for my PC since I've been home off of eBay. So, yep, still looking, still shopping, still collecting, still flipping. It doesn't stop, but the national is over. We're going to move forward from here. Thanks, everybody, for talking to me at the national. Comment below and like and subscribe on your way out. I'll see you guys in the next one.